There's something about a single candle in December. It doesn't rush, it doesn't demand, and it doesn't try to be more than it is. It simply holds the room with a kind of quiet confidence, the kind that only light seems to understand. Maybe that's why we're drawn to candles this time of year. Not because they're decorative or festive or traditional, but because they remind us of something we forget the rest of the year. And that's that light doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. When you strike a match in December, the room changes. Not dramatically, not theatrically. Just enough for you to notice the edges of things again. Just enough for you to breathe a little deeper. And just enough for memory to take a seat beside you. And that's really what this episode's about. Not the candle itself, but the way light makes space for memory. Because December is full of memory. Some of it's warm, some of it's complicated. Some of it's tender in ways we don't always have language for. And some of it's so quiet that it only rises when the world slows down enough for us to hear it. Now, a candle gives memory permission to come forward without overwhelming us. Think about the last time you lit one. Maybe it was in the kitchen while something was simmering on the stove. Maybe it was in the living room as the day darkened earlier than you expected. And maybe it was in a moment when you needed to feel anchored, even if you didn't say it out loud. Because light has a way of gathering the people who shaped us, the ones we miss, the ones we learned from, and the ones we're still becoming. It doesn't bring them back, it doesn't erase the distance, but it does something gentler. It reminds us that memory is not a burden. It's a companion. And in December, companionship matters. This is the time of year when the world asks us to remember. Not in a heavy way, not in a nostalgic way, but in a way that says, look at the lineage that carried you here. Look at the people who poured into you. And look at the light that has followed you, even when you didn't notice it. Now, a candle is a small thing, but small things often carry the most meaning. When you light one, you're not always performing a ritual. You're not trying to be profound. You're simply giving yourself a moment to be present with what's true. And maybe the truth is that you miss someone. Maybe the truth is that you're grateful. And maybe the truth is that you're tired and the light feels like a soft place to rest your eyes. Maybe the truth is that you're carrying more than you've said out loud. Whatever the truth is, the candle doesn't judge it. It just holds it. And maybe that's the lesson here, that memory doesn't need to be solved or sorted or explained. It just needs a place to glow. Now, there's a reason so many traditions around the world use light in December. It's not always about religion or culture or ceremony. It's about the human need to see something steady when the days grow short. It's about the comfort of knowing that even the smallest flame can push back the darkness. Because light's lineage, it carries stories and it carries names. It carries the quiet courage of the people who came before us. And when we light a candle, we're not recreating the past. We're acknowledging that we're part of something larger than ourselves. So tonight, if you light a candle, let it be simple. Let it be enough, because you don't need to make it meaningful. The meaning will find you. Sit with the light for a moment. Notice how it flickers without fear. Notice how it brightens the room without trying. And notice how it stays steady even when the air shifts. And then notice what rises in you. Maybe a memory, maybe a face, maybe a feeling you haven't touched in a while. Maybe nothing at all. Just a sense of calm you didn't realize you needed. But whatever comes, let it come gently. Because December isn't asking you to carry the weight of the year. It's asking you to notice the light that carried you through it. Maybe the candle you light will remind you that memory is not something you must hold alone. May it illuminate the lineage that shaped you, the people who loved you, and the quiet strength that has always been yours. May it bring you warmth in the places that you feel cold, and clarity to the places that feel dim. And may it remind you, softly and simply, that even the smallest light can be enough. You take care and stay connected.